Well, you know, the fact is that when the film was first released, it made money. It cost us about 117,000, and it made about 700,000 in the first year, in those drive-ins and neighborhood theaters, and blah blah blah. And we said, "Wow, this is an easy business." Then it went away. I mean, just disappeared. And then one day, somebody discovered that there was no copyright on the film because we had our original title was Night of the Flesh Eaters. And we stupidly, as young filmmakers, put the copyright bug, the little C with the circle around it, on the title card. And when they changed the title, that bug came off. And all of a sudden, there was no copyright. They didn't notice. We didn't notice. Nobody noticed. It was one of those things that just the one that got away. And all of a sudden, there was no copyright on the film. So, the moment that people realized that, everybody was selling it on VHS, and, everybody could release it without having to pay any royalties or anything else. And that's really the journey of that film. Then all of a sudden, the French discovered it. A magazine called Cahiers du Cinéma wrote this huge article about it being important American cinema. And I wasn't thinking of it as that at all. But everyone who was sort of noticing the film was talking about the racial issue. And to us, it wasn't a racial message at all. In fact, when we cast Duane Jones, when Duane Jones agreed to do it, we didn't change the script. And when Jack and I were writing the script, it was the guy in our mind was Caucasian. And the same things happened to him. The night that we were driving it to New York, we had the first answer print of the film in the trunk of our car. And driving to New York, we heard on the radio that Martin Luther King had been assassinated. And that, I think, is where the whole race thing came from.